Jake Morrison stepped off the transport ship and felt his heart racing. The space station was bigger than anything he had ever seen. Metal walls stretched up so high he could not see the top. Strange lights flickered everywhere. The air smelled different here, like metal and something he could not name. Max, his golden retriever, walked beside him. The dog's tail wagged slowly as he looked around at all the new sights and smells. Jake reached down and patted Max's head. A simple touch made him feel better. His hands had stopped shaking. "Stay close, boy," Jake whispered. Max looked up at him with brown eyes that seemed to understand everything. Jake was Earth's first ambassador to the Galactic Council. It was the most important job anyone had ever given him. 3 months ago, aliens had made contact with Earth. They said humans could join their big group of planets if they proved they were smart enough. Jake was here to make that happen. Captain Lisa Kane walked up behind them. She was the head of security for their small team. Her hand stayed near her weapon, but she tried to look friendly. "The aliens are waiting for us in the main hall," she said. "Remember what we practiced? Be polite. Show them we are peaceful."
Doctor?
Ryan Brooks joined them. He was their expert on alien life. He had studied every piece of information they had about the different species in the council. "There will be 12 different alien races there," he said. "Some look like giant lizards. Others look like bugs. Just act normal and do not stare." Nodded. He had seen pictures, but he knew seeing them in person would be different. Max pressed against his leg. The dog always knew when Jake was nervous. They walked through long hallways. Other aliens moved past them. Some stopped to stare at the humans. Jake heard strange clicking and whistling sounds. He realized the aliens were talking about them. The main hall was huge. The great dome stretched overhead. In the center sat a large table with 12 chairs. Each chair was different, made for the body of each alien species. At the head of the table sat the biggest creature Jake had ever seen. The creature looked like a giant lizard that walked on 2 legs. Its skin was dark green with black spots. Yellow eyes stared at Jake without blinking. Sharp teeth showed when it opened its mouth. "I am Council Speaker Zethkar," the creature said. Its voice was deep and rough. "You are the human ambassador." "Yes, sir," Jake said. He tried to keep his voice steady. "I am Jake Morrison. This is my team. We are honored to be here." Zethkar looked down at Max. The other aliens around the table did the same. Jake heard some of them making disgusted sounds. "What is that creature?" Zethkar asked. "This is Max," Jake said. "He is my companion. On Earth, we call them dogs. They are our friends." "Friends." Another alien spoke up. This one looked like a giant insect with 4 arms. "You make friends with animals?" "Yes," Jake said. "Dogs are loyal and smart. Max helps me stay calm. He has been with me for 6 years. The aliens looked at each other. Some made clicking sounds. Others whistled. Jake realized they were laughing at him. "Humans keep pets," said a third alien. This one looked like a bird with blue feathers. "How primitive." "This is not just a pet," Jake said. His voice got stronger. "He is family. He has saved my life twice. Once from a fire, and once when I was hurt and could not call for help." More laughter from the aliens. The Zethkar raised a clawed hand and the room got quiet. "We humans form emotional bonds with lower life forms," Zethkar said. "This proves you are not ready to join advanced species." "Sir, with respect," Jake said, having emotions is not a weakness. It makes us stronger. Max and I work together. We trust each other." "Trust." Zethkar stood up. He was 9 feet tall. "You trust an animal that cannot even speak?" "He speaks in his own way," Jake said. "He understands me better than most people do." Zethkar walked around the table toward them. Max moved closer to Jake. The dog sensed danger. His fur stood up on his neck. "This is exactly what we expected," Zethkar said. "Humans are too emotional, too weak. You let feelings control you." Captain Kane stepped forward. "Ambassador Morrison is one of our best leaders. His ability to form bonds makes him a better work negotiator." "Bonds with animals," the insect alien said. "Disgusting." Jake felt anger building in his chest, but he kept his voice calm. "Many species on Earth form partnerships. Horses help us travel, dogs help us hunt and protect our homes. We work together. Lower life forms exist to serve, Zethkar said. They are not equals. They are not family. The lizard alien was now standing right in front of Jake. Max growled softly. It was a warning sound. Jake put his hand on Max's head. Easy, boy, he said. Your animal threatens me, Zethkar said. He is just protecting me, Jake said. That is what dogs do. They're loyal. Loyalty. Zethkar said the word like it tasted. Bad. Another weakness. The alien reached to his belt and pulled out a small device. It looked like a gun, but made of strange metal. Energy crackled around it. Sir Captain Kane said. Her hand moved to her weapon. Please put that away. This is a neural disruptor, Zethkar said. We use it for contamination control. Your animal carries diseases that could spread to our station. Max is healthy, Dr. Brooks said quickly. We have medical records. He was checked by 3 different doctors. Our scans showed dangerous bacteria, Zethkar lied. Hey, the creature must be destroyed. Jake stepped in front of Max. No, he is not sick. You cannot hurt him. Watch me, Zethkar. Said the alien pointed the weapon at Max. Jake tried to block the shot, but Captain Kane grabbed his arm. She did not want him to get hurt. The energy beam hit Max in the chest. Max made a soft whimpering sound. He looked up at Jake with confused eyes. Then he fell to the floor and did not move. Max. Jake dropped to his knees beside his dog. He put his hands on Max's chest, but there was no heartbeat. Max's brown eyes stared at nothing. No, Max. Come on, boy. Wake up. Jake looked up at Zethkar with tears in his eyes. You killed him. Why? He'd never hurt anyone. It was necessary, Zethkar said. Now you see how we handle problems. Other aliens were laughing again. Jake heard their cruel sounds as he held Max's still body. 6 years of friendship, 6 years of loyalty and love. Gone in 1 second. It was just a dog, the bird alien said. Get another one. Jake stood up slowly. His face was red with anger and grief. His name was Max. He was my friend. He trusted me to protect him, and you failed, Zethkar said. This proves humans are weak. You care too much about things that do not matter. Captain Kane helped Jake stand. Dr. Brooks looked shocked. None of them had expected this cruelty. The meeting is over, Zethkar said. Go back to your little planet. When you grow up and stop playing with animals, maybe we will talk again. Jake looked down at Max one more time. Then he looked at each alien around the table. His voice was quiet but clear. He just made the biggest mistake in galactic history. The news reached Earth 12 hours later. Jake Morrison sat in the transport ship holding Max's body wrapped in a blanket. He had not spoken since they left the alien station. Captain Lisa Kane watched him with worried eyes. She had never seen him so quiet. When they landed at Colorado Base, General Sam Carter was waiting for them. The general was a big man with gray hair and scars on his face from old battles. He took one look at Jake holding the blanket and knew. Something terrible had happened. What did they do? The general asked. They killed Max, Jake said. His voice sounded empty. Shot him with some kind of weapon. Said he was diseased, but he was not sick. They just wanted to hurt me. General Carter felt anger rise in his chest. He had known Jake for 10 years. He knew how much that dog meant to him. Why? Because we love our animals, Captain Kane said. They think it makes us weak. They laughed when Jake cried. The general's hands made fists. Get Jake to medical, then meet me in the war room now. 2 hours later, the most powerful people on Earth sat around a big table. President Maria Rodriguez had flown in from Washington. Her face was hard with anger. General Carter sat beside her. Admiral Tony Mitchell was there too, but most people did not know who he really was. Tell me everything the president said. Captain Kane told the whole story. She talked about how the aliens acted disgusted by Max, how they called humans weak and primitive, how they killed Max just to prove a point. They think our emotions make us stupid, Dr. Brooks added. They see love as weakness. President Rodriguez looked around the table. How is Jake? Broken General Carter said. That dog saved his life. Twice. Been with him since the war. He blames himself for not protecting Max. This is not about one dog, the president said. This is about them testing us. They wanted to see how we would react. Admiral Mitchell spoke for the first time. He was a thin man with quiet eyes. Most people thought he ran supply ships. They were wrong. They made a big mistake. You mean, the president asked? Mitchell smiled, but it was not a happy smile. They think we are weak because we love our animals. They think we are new to space travel. They think we are helpless, are we not? Dr. Brooks asked. No, Mitchell said, we are not. He pressed a button on the table. The lights went dim. A big screen came down from the ceiling. Pictures appeared. Spaceships, hundreds of them. What is this? President Rodriguez asked. This is Project Guardian. Mitchell said, we have been building it for 20 years. Ever since we first detected alien signals. The pictures showed massive warships hiding behind asteroids. Space stations built inside moons. Weapons that looked like nothing Earth had ever made before. How? The president asked. We knew this day would come, General Carter said. First contact. We hoped for peace, but we prepared for war. War. Mitchell has been in charge of our real space program. Mitchell stood up. The aliens think they discovered us 3 months ago. Wrong. We have been watching them for 5 years. Captured 3 of their scout ships. We studied their technology, made it better. More pictures appeared. Alien ships taken apart. Human scientists working on strange engines. Test flights of ships that moved faster than light. We reverse engineered everything, Mitchell continued. Their engines, their weapons, their shields. Then we improved them. Human creativity is something they do not understand. President Rodriguez stared at the screen. How many ships? 412 combat vessels, Mitchell said. Each one invisible to their sensors. Each one more powerful than their best warship. Where are they? Everywhere. Hidden in asteroid fields. Camouflaged on dead planets. Some are even following their fleets without being detected. Dr. Brooks looked shocked. Our space program is just starting. We only have a few research stations. That is what we wanted everyone to think, General Carter said. Including our own people. Only 50 people on Earth know the truth. Mitchell pressed another button. The screen showed Earth's solar system. Red dots appeared everywhere. Behind Mars, in the asteroid belt. Near Jupiter's moons, the Ghost Fleet. Mitchell said, ready for 20 years? Waiting for orders? President Rodriguez was quiet for a long time, and she asked, what kind of weapons? Better than theirs, Mitchell said. Quantum torpedoes that can destroy a ship from the inside. Energy beams that cut through any armor. Missiles that can think for themselves. And the crews? Volunteers? All of them. People who understand what we are fighting for. Many of them have pets, dogs, cats, horses. They know what Jake is feeling right now. Captain Kane leaned forward. What are you saying? General Carter answered. We're saying the aliens picked the wrong species to mess with. You think love makes us weak. They are about to learn it makes us dangerous. President Rodriguez stood up. I want to see Jake. Now. They found Jake in the medical wing. He was sitting beside a small box. Max's body was inside, ready for burial. Jake looked up when they entered. His eyes were red from crying. Jake, the president said softly. I am sorry about Max. They killed him like he was nothing, Jake said. Laughed about it, called him just an animal. He was not just an animal, General Carter said. He was family. Jake nodded. 6 years. He never left my side, and I could not save him. President Rodriguez sat down beside him. Jake, I need to ask you something. Do you want revenge? Jake looked up. What do you mean? Do you want to show them what happens when someone hurts our family? Admiral Mitchell stepped forward. Jake, what if I told you we have been preparing for this day for 20 years? What if I told you we have the power to make them pay? I would say you were crazy, Jake replied. They have thousands of ships, millions of soldiers. So do we, Mitchell said. Hidden, waiting, ready. He showed Jake the pictures. The secret fleet, the hidden bases, the advanced weapons. Jake's mouth fell open. This is real? Jake asked. Very real, the president said. And we need you to lead the diplomatic mission. What diplomatic mission? General Carter smiled. The one where you go back to that station with a new message, one they will understand. Jake looked at Max's coffin. Then he looked at the pictures of Earth's secret fleet. His sadness was turning into something else, something harder. What kind of message? The kind that explains what happens when you kill a human's best friend. Admiral Mitchell said. President Rodriguez put her hand on Jake's shoulder. They think our love for animals is weakness. Let us show them how wrong they are. Jake stood up. For the first time since Max died, he felt strong again. When do we leave? Soon as you are ready, the president said. But this time you will not be alone. This time, the whole human race is coming with you. Jake looked at Max's coffin one more time. I am sorry I could not protect you, boy, but I promise you this. They will learn what it means to hurt someone we love. Outside in the darkness of space, 400 invisible ships began moving toward alien territory. The Ghost Fleet was going to war. Captain Nick Parker stood on the bridge of the UES Retribution and watched the stars. His ship was bigger than 3 football fields put together. It had weapons that could destroy a moon. But right now, it was completely invisible. The quantum cloak made his ship look like empty space. Enemy sensors could not see it. Enemy eyes could not spot it. For 5 years, the Retribution had followed alien fleets and watched their movements. The aliens never knew humans were there. Captain, said Lieutenant Amy Foster from her station. You just got the message from Earth. Operation Loyal Companion is go. Nick felt his heart beat faster. After 20 years of hiding, they were finally going to fight. He looked at the picture on his desk. It showed him with his old dog, Buddy. Buddy had died 3 years ago, but Nick still missed him every day. Send word to all ships, Nick said. It is time to show them who we really are. Across the galaxy, 400 human ships got the same message. Each ship had been waiting for this moment. Each crew knew why they were fighting Commander Amy. Foster was now on her own ship, the UES Faithful. She was the best pilot in the fleet. Her ship was small and fast, built for sneaking up on enemies. She looked at the photo of her cat Whiskers, who had helped her through the hardest times in her life. All right, crew, she said over the ship radio. They killed Max. They laughed at Ambassador Morrison for caring about his dog. Time to teach them a lesson. Her crew cheered. Every person on her ship had a pet back on Earth. They all understood what Jake Morrison was feeling. Chief Engineer Carlos Mendez worked deep inside the EU's vengeance. His job was to keep the engines running and the weapons charged. The ship was Admiral Mitchell's flagship, the biggest and strongest in the fleet. Carlos had 3 dogs back home and a parrot named Rico who could say 50 words. Engines at full power, Carlos reported. Quantum torpedoes loaded. Particle beams ready. This ship can take on 10 alien warships at once. The human ships began moving. They left their hiding spots behind asteroids and dead planets, but they stayed invisible. The aliens had no idea what was coming. Lieutenant Commander Steve Walsh was the intelligence officer on the EU's Guardian. His job was to know everything about alien fleets. For years, he had watched them through hidden cameras and listening devices. He knew where every alien ship was located. Captain, he said, I count 200 alien warships around the Council Station, another 50 near their home planets. They think they are safe. They are wrong, his captain replied. The human fleet split into groups. Some ships headed for the Council Station where Max had been killed. Others went to alien homeworlds. A few went to alien military bases. The plan was to hit them everywhere at once. Sergeant Kelly Johnson was a Marine aboard the UES Justice. She and her soldiers were ready to board alien ships if needed. She had a picture of her horse, Thunder, in her helmet. Thunder had helped her learn to walk again after she was hurt in a training accident. Remember, she told her Marines, we are not here to kill everyone. We are here to make a point. They hurt one of our family members. Now they learn what that means. The alien fleets had no idea humans were coming. Council Speaker Zethkar was on his flagship near the Council Station. He was telling other aliens about how weak and stupid humans were. They cried over an animal, he said with a laugh. Primitive creatures. They will never be ready to join the galaxy. He did not know that 3 human ships were floating right next to his vessel. The UES Retribution, UES Vengeance, and UES Wrath were so close they could have touched his ship, but their cloaking devices made them invisible. Captain Rachel Stone commanded a group of 12 ships near the insect aliens' home planet. The insect aliens had laughed the loudest when Max was killed. They were about to stop laughing. "All ships, this is Stone," she said over the radio. "Remember, we show them our power first. We give them a chance. If they surrender, we accept. If they fight, we win." Commander Pete Anderson was on a small stealth ship near the bird aliens' territory. His ship was so advanced it could hide inside an alien vessel without being detected. He had been watching their military meetings for months. They're planning to attack Earth, he reported. "They think we are helpless. They want to make us slaves." It's made the human crews even more angry. The aliens were not just cruel. They were planning to hurt more humans. Dr. Sophie Chen was the communication specialist on Admiral Mitchell's ship. Her job was to make sure all human ships could talk to each other without aliens listening. She also had a special mission. Was going to broadcast a message to the entire galaxy. "All channels ready," she reported. "When we attack, every planet in the galaxy will hear our message. They will know why we are fighting." Lieutenant Mark Taylor was the weapons officer on the UES Retribution. He had trained for 15 years to use the most advanced weapons ever built. His ship alone could destroy the entire alien council fleet. "Weapons charged and ready," he said. "Quantum torpedoes will punch through their shields like paper. Particle beams will cut their ships in half. They've never seen anything like this." All across the galaxy, human ships moved into final position. They surrounded alien fleets, alien planets, and alien bases. The aliens still could not see them. Admiral Mitchell stood on his bridge and looked at the tactical display. Green dots showed human ships. Red dots showed alien ships. The green dots outnumbered the red dots everywhere. "This is Admiral Mitchell to all ships," he said over the fleet radio. 20 years ago, we started building this fleet. We hoped we would never need it. Today, they killed Max, a good dog who never hurt anyone. They laughed at Ambassador Morrison. For caring, they called our love weakness. He paused and looked at the picture of his own dog, Rex, who had died saving Mitchell's daughter from a fire. They are about to learn that our love is not weakness, it is our strength when someone hurts. Our family, we do not forgive. We do not forget. We make them pay. 400 ship captains listened to his words. Each one thought about their own pets, their own families, their own reasons for fighting. Today, the galaxy learns the truth about humanity. Admiral Mitchell continued, "We are not weak. We are not primitive. We are the most dangerous species they have ever met. And they just made us angry." He looked at his tactical officer. "Send the signal. All ships, decloak. Let them see us." Across the galaxy, 400 human warships suddenly appeared. The alien sensors went crazy. Alarms rang on every alien ship. In 1 second, the balance of power in the galaxy changed forever. "Now," Admiral Mitchell said with a cold smile, "let us go get justice for Max." Council Speaker Zethkar was drinking alien wine when his ship's alarms started screaming. Red lights flashed everywhere. His officers ran around in panic. "What is happening?" he roared. "Sir," his weapons officer said with a shaking voice, "we are surrounded." 3 massive ships just appeared out of nowhere. Zethkar looked at the main screen. 3 human warships floated near his flagship. They were huge and covered with weapons. How had they gotten so close without being detected? "Impossible," he said. "Humans do not have ships like that." "Sir, there are reports coming in from everywhere. Human ships have appeared around every major world. Hundreds of them." Zethkar felt fear for the first time in his life. This could not be real. Humans were weak. They cried over animals. Could not build ships like this. A message came through on all frequencies. The face of Admiral Tony Mitchell appeared on every screen in the galaxy. He looked calm, but his eyes were cold as ice. "My name is Admiral Mitchell of the Earth Defense Fleet," he said. 3 days ago, you murdered an innocent creature named Max. He was the beloved companion of our ambassador. You killed him to prove humans were weak. The admiral paused. Behind him, officers worked at their stations. The bridge of his ship was bigger than most alien vessels. You were wrong, Mitchell continued. Our love for our companions is not weakness. It is what makes us strong. It is what makes us fight. It is what makes us win. On the alien ships, crews watched in horror as the human fleet revealed itself. There were so many ships, they appeared everywhere at once. We have been watching you for years, Admiral Mitchell said. Learning your weaknesses, studying your technology, building better ships, waiting for the right moment. Captain Nick Parker stood on the bridge of the UES Retribution. His ship was pointed directly at Zethkar's flagship. The alien ship looked small next to his massive warship. Sir, his weapons officer said, we have target lock on the alien flagship. Hold fire. Nick replied. Let the Admiral finish talking. On screens across the galaxy, Admiral Mitchell continued his message. You laughed when Ambassador Morrison cried for his dog. You called him weak. You said humans were not ready to join your council. The Admiral's voice got harder. What did you? Learn what happens when you hurt someone we love. Today you see what weak humans can do when they get angry. Commander Amy Foster flew her small ship between two large alien warships. They tried to lock weapons on her, but she was too fast. Her ship danced around their shots like it was playing a game. This is the UES faithful to all alien vessels, she said over the radio. Surrender now, and you will not be harmed. Keep fighting, and we will destroy you. The alien ships tried to run away, but human ships were everywhere. Every escape route was blocked. The aliens were trapped. Captain Rachel Stone commanded the attack on the insect aliens' homeworld. 50 alien ships defended the planet. Her 12 human ships surrounded them completely. Insect vessels, she said. You laughed the loudest when Max died. You said he was just an animal. We are here to collect payment for that mistake. The insect ships opened fire first. Their weapons hit human shields but did no damage. Ships were protected by energy fields the aliens had never seen before. Turn fire, Captain Stone ordered blue beams shot out from the human ships. They cut through alien armor like it was made of paper. 3 insect ships exploded in the first 10 seconds. The others stopped shooting. Lieutenant Mark Taylor was the weapons officer on the UES Retribution. He controlled the most powerful guns. In the human fleet, his quantum torpedoes could destroy entire space stations. Captain, he said, the alien flagship is trying to charge weapons. Warning shot, Captain Parker ordered.
I'll show them what we can do.
A single quantum torpedo flew from the Retribution. It hit an empty area of space near the alien flagship. The explosion was bigger than a star-going supernova. The alien ship shook from the shockwave. Zethkar watched the explosion and felt his legs go weak. 1 torpedo had done that. The human ship had dozens of them. Sir, his communications officer, said they are sending us a message. Put it through, Zethkar said. The face of Captain Parker appeared on the screen. Council Speaker Zethkar, I am Captain Parker. You killed Max, an innocent dog who never hurt anyone. Zethkar tried to sound brave. It was just an animal. Just an animal? Parker's voice was quiet, but dangerous. That animal was family. He was loyal. He was loved. Things you will never understand. Another human ship, the UES Wrath, moved closer to the alien flagship. Its weapons were charging. You have 10 seconds to surrender, Parker said. Or we will show you what just an animal means to us. Zethkar looked around his bridge. His officers were terrified. His weapons could not hurt the human ships. His shields were failing. We surrender, he said. All across the galaxy, the same thing was happening. Alien fleets were surrendering to human ships. The bird aliens gave up after losing half their fleet. The insect aliens surrendered when human ships surrounded their home planet. But some aliens kept fighting. A group of reptilian ships near the outer rim refused to surrender. They thought they could escape. Commander Pete Anderson was waiting for them. His stealth ships had been following the reptilian fleet for hours. When they tried to run, he was ready. This is Commander Anderson, he said. Shh, you are not going anywhere. His ships decloaked right in front of the fleeing aliens. The reptilian ships crashed into human energy barriers, were trapped like fish in a net. Dr. Sophie Chen was broadcasting everything to the whole galaxy. Every planet could see what was happening. The mighty Galactic Council was being defeated by humans they had called weak and primitive. "Citizens of the galaxy," she said, "you are seeing the birth of a new age. Humans are not weak. We are not primitive. We are the strongest species you have ever met." The alien governments began calling each other. Some wanted to surrender. Others wanted to keep fighting. They were scared and confused. Admiral Mitchell appeared on screens again. This time he was standing in front of a picture of Earth. Behind him, thousands of human ships filled the space around the planet. "This is our final message," he said. "We did not want this war. We came in peace. We offered friendship. We chose to kill our friend instead." He held up a picture of Max. The golden retriever was running in a field, happy and free. "This is Max," Admiral Mitchell said. He was 6 years old. He liked to play fetch. He helped his human through bad dreams. He never hurt anyone. "And you killed him because you thought it was funny." Admiral put the picture down. "The war is over. You lost. Human ships now control every major system in the galaxy. Your fleets are destroyed or surrendered. Planets are surrounded." Zethkar watched from his damaged flagship. Round him, the wreckage of his fleet floated in space. In 3 hours, humans had destroyed the most powerful military in galactic history. "How?" was all he could say. Admiral Mitchell heard him through the open channel. "You want to know how? Love that thing you called weakness? We built this fleet because we love our families. We fight this hard because we protect those we care about." The Admiral looked directly at the camera. "Tomorrow, Ambassador Morrison will return to your station. This time you will listen. This time you will learn. This time you will understand that humans are not the weak species you thought we were." The transmission ended across the galaxy. Alien worlds went dark as human ships took control. The age of the Galactic Council was over. Age of humanity had begun, and it all started because they killed a dog named Max. Jake Morrison walked into the Galactic Council chambers 3 weeks later. This time, everything was different. Human Marines stood guard at every door. Admiral Mitchell sat where Council Speaker Zethkar used to sit. The alien leaders looked scared and beaten. Jake was not alone this time. Behind him walked 6 golden retrievers from Earth. Each dog wore a special vest that said ambassador in different alien languages. The dogs were calm and well-trained, but their presence sent a clear message. "These are my new diplomatic team," Jake announced. "Meet Buddy, Rex, Bella, Cooper, Luna, and Hope. They will help me in all future meetings." Zethkar, who was now in chains, stared at the dogs with fear. "You bring more animals here? I bring my friends," Jake said. "And if anyone touches them, you will learn that last time was just a warning." The alien leaders looked around the chamber. It was full of humans now. General Sam Carter stood near the windows. Captain Lisa Kane commanded a squad of soldiers. Dr. Ryan Brooks was setting up new equipment to study alien biology. President Maria Rodriguez entered the chamber. She walked to the center of the room and looked at each alien leader. "Is Maria Rodriguez, President of Earth," she said. "I am here to explain the new rules." The bird alien, whose feathers were now gray with stress, spoke up. "What gives you the right to make rules? We were just one planet." "We are the planet with the biggest fleet," Admiral Mitchell replied. "We are the planet that won the war. It gives us the right." President Rodriguez opened a folder. First rule: no species may harm another species' companion animals. Dogs, cats, birds, horses, or any creature that forms bonds with intelligent beings are now protected by galactic law. The insect alien clicked angrily. "Ridiculous. They are just animals." Jake walked over to the insect alien. Buddy, his new dog, walked beside him. "This is Buddy. He is 3 years old. He can find lost people. He can detect bombs. He can comfort someone who is sad." "What can you do?" The insect alien had no answer. Second rule, President Rodriguez continued, "any attack on companion animals will be treated as an attack on their species. If you hurt a human dog, it is the same as attacking a human city." Zethkar laughed bitterly. "You start wars over pets." Start wars over family, Jake corrected. Something you never understood. Admiral Mitchell stood up. Third rule. Earth is now the head of the Galactic Council. All major decisions go through us first. This is unfair, the bird alien protested. Humans have only been in space for a few years. Wrong, Dr. Sophie Chen said from her communication station. We have been in space for 20 years. We just let you think we were new. She pressed a button. The main screen showed pictures of human ships following alien fleets. Videos of humans studying alien technology. Records of humans watching alien meetings. We have been learning about you since first contact, Dr. Chen explained. We knew exactly how powerful you were. Made sure we were stronger. The alien leaders looked shocked. They had been spied on for years without knowing it. Fourth rule, President Rodriguez said, and all species must provide 1 year of community service working with companion animals. You will learn what it means to care for another living being. It's impossible, the insect alien said. We do not understand animals. You will learn, General Carter said. You will be removed from the council. Jake sat down in what used to be Zethkar's chair. Buddy lay down beside him. The other dogs spread out around the chamber, each one watched by amazed alien eyes. Let me tell you about Max, Jake said. He was born on a farm in Kansas. His mother was a rescue dog who had been abandoned. Max grew up knowing what it meant to be alone and scared. The aliens listened. They had no choice. When Max was 1 year old, I adopted him, Jake continued. I was having nightmares from the war. I could not sleep. I was afraid all the time. Max changed that. Jake reached down and petted Buddy. Max would lie next to my bed. When I had bad dreams, he would wake me up. When I was sad, he would bring me his favorite toy. When I was angry, he would put his head on my lap until I felt better. So Zethkar asked. So he made me a better person, Jake said. He taught me patience. He taught me kindness. Taught me that love is not weakness. Love is what makes life worth living. President Rodriguez walked to the center of the chamber. That is what you never understood. You think strength comes from being cruel? You think power means hurting others? You are wrong. She gestured to the human soldiers around the room. Our strength comes from love. We built the most powerful fleet in galactic history because we wanted to protect our families. We won this war because we fight for something bigger than ourselves, Admiral. Mitchell stood up. We could destroy your planets. We could make you slaves. We could rule through fear like you did. Paused and looked at each alien leader. But we will not, because that is not who we are. Then what do you want? The bird alien asked. We want peace, Jake said. Real peace. We're different species. Work together. Where no one hurts innocent creatures for fun. Where love and loyalty are seen as good things, not weaknesses. Dr. Brooks stepped forward. We will share our technology with you. We will teach you about forming bonds with animals. We will help you build better societies. In return, President Rodriguez added, you will follow the new rules. You will. Treat all life with respect. You will never again hurt someone just to prove a point. Zethkar looked around the chamber, and if we refuse... Jake smiled, but it was not a kind smile. Then you will learn that we have many more ships than the ones you saw. Hidden fleets that make our first attack look small? This was true. Had built backup fleets in case the first one was not enough. The aliens did not know about the 1,000 ships hidden in other galaxies. We prefer cooperation, Admiral Mitchell said. But we are ready for anything. The alien leaders talked among themselves in whispers. Finally, the bird alien spoke for all of them. We accept your terms, he said. We will follow the new rules. Jake stood up and walked to a window. Outside, he could see Earth ships patrolling the space around the station. Crew members were already beginning to work with alien species too. Build a better galaxy. There's one more thing, Jake said. Tomorrow, we will hold a memorial service for Max. Representatives from every world in the galaxy will attend. You will learn about the dog you killed. You will understand what you destroyed. He turned back to face the alien leaders. And then, maybe, you will start to understand what it really means to be strong. 1 year later, the galaxy was different. Alien children played with pets for the first time. Former enemies worked together on space stations. Wars had ended because species learned to care about each other. In the council chamber, a statue stood in the place of honor. It showed a golden retriever playing in a field. Under it were the words, "Max, he taught us that love is the greatest strength of all." Jake visited the statue every day. Buddy always came with him. Together they remembered the dog who changed the galaxy forever.